Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Thank you so much for supporting us, and we won't be making these videos if nobody is watching, so thank you so much for watching our videos. Today's topic I really want to share with you about working with influencers, right? This video is applicable to both influencers and brands. I want to talk about it from both perspectives so that you guys can evaluate as well how to work with influencer, and on the brands, on the influencers, how to work with brands, right? So everybody that work with influencers, right, have had our fair share of, wow, I love working with this influencer. She's so professional, she's on time, she's willing to change her content, she's very good, and then we also have the ones that, oh my god, feel like jacket the fella, cannot tahan because so painful. And so the most painful part for SushiVid, right, is because we are working with influencers like 300 to 500 of you at the same time. So when we have to work with so many of you, all it takes is one or two to screw up our campaign, and then our client will have a bad experience, and it will just, like I said, screw up the entire campaign's reputation for all the rest of the influencers who have worked hard. Having said that, I mean, every campaign we actually do a mix of influencers, right? We mix, like, in just say 100 influencers, we will do 80 that we are used to, and then maybe we add 20 new ones to our campaign. Because if I put all 100 new, there is a chance that we will be very, very stressed out because we never worked with you before, and then we don't know, right? So brands, you all should also understand, sometimes when we give you a list of influencers, we also must take care of our team's stress level. So that's why there's always going to be like a 80% existing influencer, 20% new influencers. We review influencers based on a few things, right? Professionalism is one. Professionalism is that when we deal with the brands, we are expected to be professional, right? We have payment terms, we have proper invoicing, we talk about content properly. So when we talk with influencers, we also want to be professional. But influencers, I mean, this may be your first job, this may be like, you are a teenager, you may not know, but if you want to be paid as an adult, you want to be paid as and be respected as an influencer, you should also respect your fellow partners like SushiVid, as well as your own, direct clients, okay? Agencies, I say the same thing, if you want the influencers to be responsive, then it's time to pay them appropriately, not ask for free all the time, because if you're asking for free, then you pay peanuts, you get monkeys lah, right? That's the gist of it, right? Professionalism, responsiveness. Okay, so responsiveness is like when we message you, you don't take 3 days to reply lah, this is very painful for us because we are clients waiting on us to answer as well, right? And also brands as well, when give us campaign, rush like mad, but when come to payment, blue tick, don't reply. Both sides, I'm complaining about responsiveness. Okay, so I think both sides also need to be a bit more responsive and be more responsible. Okay, on one hand, you want to chase the influencer for a job, then please also be respectful that when we chase you for money, you are more responsive as well. So both sides needs to work on that. Also content quality, right? Influencers, sometimes I know you want to, brands to respect your creative freedom, and you want to be able to express your video the way you wish to express, which is fine, but try to communicate that as much as possible with the brand up front, okay? Because otherwise, there is a mismanagement of expectations, and video is one thing that is so hard, it's a he say, she say, like, and then like, for you, it's not very shaky. For the client, it's very shaky. It's very subjective. So give ample examples to a brand to see what is suitable and, whether that is acceptable for them. And on the brand side as well, brands, if you are paying 500 ringgit, don't expect the content quality to be like, something that is super good lah, because like I said, pay peanut, get monkeys lah. So humility is the last one, right? Both sides also, I think, needs to work on that a little bit. Just because you are the client doesn't mean that you can just push us to do whatever you want. On the influencer side, just because you are famous also doesn't mean that you can boss people around. So try to have some humility so that it reflects on you as well. I mean, the client and the agency like SushiVid is also sort of like your fan, and if you do not treat us with humility, right, you are very diva or whatever it is, right, it reflects on you in your core values, because people talk, right, people know. So if you notice, some people sunset faster than others, you rise to fame. Some manage to rise to fame and stay famous, some rising halfway terus turun. Why? Because people don't want to work with them because they are difficult to work with. And it reflects on your content, because when people start to not support you, you start to not have money, and then you have to go and get a full-time job, and that's when, you know, your content will dwindle, your followers will dwindle, and then you will have less, you will become less famous lah. Okay, so it's very important for you to upkeep yourself with the values that you want, because you have 100,000 followers. Do you want your 100,000 followers to think of you as a diva, or your 100,000 followers to think of you as somebody who's kind, somebody who is well loved, somebody who is respectful? What values are you teaching your followers, right? And that starts with your attitude towards your fellow partners, such as SushiVid, as well as the brands that you work with, right? And sometimes, okay, I'm saying this, it is not your fault. Okay, because you know, when you're rising to fame, it happens so fast. You know, suddenly there's so many messages, and then suddenly there's so many people messaging you, and then you don't know what to do, right? So influencers, I know it's not your fault, okay? So you must identify when this becomes too difficult for you, and it's time for you to find a manager. Okay, you also don't know, like, oh, I just suddenly become famous and suddenly got all these people approaching me for job, and then I have to find time and all that, and then how am I going to find manager? I don't even know how to find a manager. Talk to SushiVid, okay? We will help you to find managers that you can work with. You know, we will help you to go through this together, right? But not solving this problem, or you not identifying that you have a problem here with the fact that you're not managing your stakeholders properly is a problem, okay? So try to consider that. Maybe it's time to find yourself a manager when things become overwhelming. And what kind of manager you should find, right, are actually managers that compliment you. For example, if you are the type that really don't want to think about messaging people, don't want to schedule, don't want to think about bila nak hantar draft or whatever you don't want, then you make sure you get a manager who is meticulous enough to manage your calendar. Okay, babe, don't forget to post on this date. Babe, this video is due on this date. Somebody who can remind you all the time so you don't miss, so that you manage your stakeholders properly, right? If just say you are somebody who likes to take care of, be in control of your calendar, which is great, right? But you are, you know, always struggling on, like, oh, I got no more content quality, my content already dry already, I got no time to edit videos or whatever, then find a manager that can help you to edit videos, so that, you know, you can take some things off your plate and still enjoy what you're doing. As an influencer, you must enjoy yourself, okay? And for brands, right, identify as well. Sometimes when influencers are on the rise, they may be too swamped to manage. So we should also have some empathy and understand that, you know, it is not a long-term thing. It's just currently this period of time they are going through a bit of a, you know, a very stressful moment, right? But don't blacklist them forever. Maybe just for one period, they broke up with boyfriend, the whole world is, you know, checking them out, microscoping them, they cannot take it, right? So we should have more empathy as well to realize that with their fame comes this whole stress as well, okay? So that's the benefit of using a platform like SushiVid, because, you know, we will manage agencies for you. We'll manage, even if you just say you need a manager, we'll try to work out something, you know, introduce somebody to you that can help you. And so don't make this influencer marketing journey your own only, but, you know, involve other people so that, you know, you're part of a big community, okay? So try to talk to people, try to talk to us, you know, be more involved in our webinars, come and chat with our team, because we want to be able to make this journey as smooth as possible for you. Because like I said, at the end of the day, if just say influencers as a whole, you know, not so easy to work with, you know, influencer as an industry tak maju, you know, and brands as well, just because you know, you pick the wrong influencer sometimes, you know, your client has a bad experience and it gives influencer marketing a bad name. So try to talk to us as well, because we work with them at scale, we will know what's at this point in time, what's the best influencers to work with, right? Of course, when you ask for analytics, and the analytics come with, like, oh, what kind of brands have they been associated to, what kind of likes, comments, engagement, all those are easy, because those are things that you can find on social media itself, right? But it is the core values, it is the attitude, these are the things that you will need to know more than actually the numbers on social media, because this affects the brand long term. If just an influencer is very difficult to work with, or very sporadic and all that, is that the brand, is that the association your client wants as well to the influencer? I think that long-term longevity type of view is more important for your client than actually just looking at currently what's the biggest engagement. Okay, so this wraps up my video on reviewing influencers as well as brands, and hope that this helps some of you when it comes to managing influencers. As I said, influencers, don't forget, you just say it becomes too overwhelming for you, and I know it happens, and it happens too quickly. Talk to us, because we want to help you with your manager as well. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my video. Support SushiVid at any point in time. Come to our website, www.sushivid.com. If you want, you can email me as well. My email is wen@sushivid.com. I'll leave it in the description below. And thank you for watching our video. Thank you. Bye-bye.